A bit of a detour, so to speak. Follow me. The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today. Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
L2 button for a burst of speed while in forward flight.
Now that's more like it.
You sure you're not part hippogriff? There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And Meowlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Best hurry back. Looks like she's already dismissed class. Better hurry
Circle
and
button
head
to
on.
dismount and descend from your broom.
Dismount here.
And where have you two been?
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton, I'm disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day.
Regrets.
It was worth...
If I could afford the new Bright Spark broom at Spintwitches, I'd be on it now.
Map, Floo Flames location, quests. Or Profess cross button. Level 13. Map, Floo Flames locate quests. Or Professor Sharp's assignment 1. Cross button. Level, inventory.
I've not forgotten about our library venture. How did you fare? If you're keen for some illicit spell practice...
Madam Kagawa, about what happened in class.
Now, Professor Weasley has asked that I teach you a few additional spells, so please keep an eye out for an owl from me.
Spintwitches. I wish I could afford my own broom. Instead of using my brother's hand.
Corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.
Map, Floo Flames locations. The Bell Tower, the Room of the Astronomy Wing, the Room of Requirement. Triangle, the Astronomy Wing. The Astronomy Charms Classroom.
I think I'll miss you.
Really?
I shan't miss you.
Oh, stop. I'm trying to be serious for once.
Protego! Incendio! Accio! Levioso! Revelio. Professor Weasley? What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor.
The house elf I was speaking to in
Expelliarmus.
the classroom.
Incendiary.
Thought he might help you use the room once you...
Lumos. Utility R2 button. Triangle R2 button.
Reparo.
There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room.
Lumos. Utility Triangle.
Splendid. Now, cast Evanesco on those chairs. Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on. Where in Merlin's name is that elf? Is that... Goodness. My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. Can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
Dear me. Can't you keep it down? Some of us.
Revelio. Accio.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
An intruder!
Revelio.
No, not... that's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin!
Bit of...
Revelio.
How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here? What was that? Was that a golden snitch?
Accio.
Summon your wits and find out!
Revelio.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Revelio.
hope that house elf can find us in here.
Yikes! Careful! Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deek will come to you. The room of Oh, what? Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah! And it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent! It can identify... One should always understand the effects of anything.
You have unlocked the desk of description. Use it to reveal the magical properties of any unidentified gear that you've collected. Cross button.
Incendio. Accio. Levioso.
This will be more useful when I have something.
You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
Nothing to identify. For now, at least.
Accio. Levioso.
Lumos. Reparo.
Reparo.
Lumos. Defindo. Triang Art.
Expelliarmus. Revelio.
I don't have anything for this at the moment.
I imagine.
It... Very good. Spellcraft, you should...
What?
What? They could... You... What? You...
Lumos. Utility. Evanesco. Altering spell. Transfiguration. Evanesco. Transfiguration. Vanishes items and returns moonstone when cast within the room of requirement. R2 button. Hold to triangle button. Assign R2 button. Hold to assign. Triangle R2 button. R2 button. Hold to assign. R2 button. Loom. Triangle button. R2 button.
Accio.
Conjuration. Circle button. Small scientific potions station. Small botanical potions station budget. 0 out of 1. Complete more quests to increase conjuration budget in the room of requirement. Small botanical potions station. A small botanical potions station with 1 burner for brewing potions. Yellow. Default. Black. Blue. Green. Blue. Black. Potions station budget. 1 out of 1. Resources required. Moon conjuration. Small scientific potions station budget. 1 out of 1. Complete more quests to conjurate small eclectic potions station. Potions station but green. Square button, pink. Conjuration. Small gothic potions station budget. Conjuration. Gothic hopping pot. Eclectic, small scientific potions stations.
Revelio.
Potions station. Edgeoris potion. Wiggenweld potion. Wiggenweld potion. 8. Lumos. Utility. Conjuring. Conjuration. Circle button. Exit. Herbology. Botanical potting table with Gothic potting table with eclectic botanical potting scientific potting table with a small pot. Botanical potting table with a small eclectic potting table with a small Gothic potting table with a small potting table budget. 0 out of 1. Complete more quests to increase conjuration budget in the room of requirement. Gothic potting table budget. 1 out of 1. Resources required. Conjuration. Wall hangings. Ravenclaw. Gryffindor. 1 rule plaque. 2 rules plaque. 1 rule plaque. Conjuration budget. The conjuration budget resources required. Stag skull decoration. Herbology. Room of requirement artwork. Room. Mischievous young witch portrait. Tudor wizard. Lovers of wizard. Old witch port. Rugs. Statues. Jobber. No. Unicorn. Puffskin statue. Kneasel statue. Furniture. Utility. Decorations. Eclectic ornament. Utility. Science. Enchant. Desk of description budget. 1 out of 1. Conjuration. Seasonal decorate. Christmas. Jack-o'-lanterns. Conjuration budget. The conjuration conjuration. Conjuration budget. The conjuration. Potion. Herbology. Botanical potting table.
Deke will be here to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Professor.
I will be sure.
Potting table. Give to me. The
Deke hasn't seen this many plants here before. Deke thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the room of requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then you can conjure more. Conjuration can be... Why don't you try it?
Professor, I have some...
Yes?
I don't have any questions after all.
Actually, I don't...
I mean...
Conjuration. Rugs. Furniture. Tables. Seating. A variety of statues. Room of requirement artwork. Room. Lovers. Bickering. Gazing. Niffler and witch portrait. Nurse and baby. Conjuration budget. The conjuration budget indicates the total number of resources required. Bickering couple portrait. Object must be placed against a flat surface. Resources required. Moonstone. 87 out of 1. Dapper wizard portrait. Resources. Gazing wizard portrait. Resources require Niffler and Witch portrait. Object must be placed. Resources required. Moonstone. 84. Conjuration. Rugs. Tables. Seating. Rugs. Rug. Large but medium scientific rug. Conjuration budget. The conjuration budget indicates the total number of items that can be conjured. Medium scientific rug. A medium rug that would feel right at home in a library. Resources required. Moonstone. 84 out of 3. Medium scientific rug. Resources required. Moonstone. 81 out of 3. Conjuration. Medium Gothic rug. Room of required. Decoration. Eclectic standing. Conjuration budget. The conjuration. Resources required. Moonstone. 79 out of 2. Resources required. Moonstone. 77 out of 2. Triangle button. Undo. L1 button, R1 button. Rotate object. Down button, up button. Change size. L2 button. Hold, disable snapping. Resources required. Moonstone. 75. Conjurate. Gothic room of require. Lovers across. Statues. Diracol. Puffskin statue. Conjuration budget. The conjuration budget indicates the total resources required.
Shall we move on?
Graphorn statue.
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
The altering spell will allow you to customize and you can change the colors, patterns, and... Let's get started, shall we?
Revelio.
The altering Lumos. Conjuring spell. Altering spell. Transfiguration. Alter the physical forms and triangle button. Assign to R2 button. R2 button. Levio R2
item and perform the altering spell to customize it.
Puffskin statue. A statue of an adorable puffskin, unfortunately not as soft as the real thing. Cross button. Confirm. L1 button. Gothic potting, eclectic potting table with a botanical potting table with a scientific potting table with a scientific potting. Small botanical potions station. Small eclectic potions, small Gothic potions station, small scientific potions station. Puffskin statue. A statue of an adorable puffskin, unfortunately not as soft as the real thing. Cross button. Confirm.
Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor.
Scientific walls. Scientific, botanical eclectic balcony, Gothic balcony.
Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course.
Scientific, botanical eclectic central floor. Gothic central floor.
You'll enjoy it. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
Professor?
Of course.
A cool, moonlit ambience sound.
I would like the room to feel as if it's being lit by them.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me. An even bigger space. The room If you'd like to come...
Thank you.
Good.
Revelio.
Lumos. Utilit Evanesco. Triangle. Lumos. Wingardium Levio. Conjurings. Triangle button. Reparo.
Reparo.
Map. Flu Flames locations. Quests. Professor Sharp's In the Shadow of Cross button. Level. Inventory. Map. Flu Flames locations.
Hello there. Perhaps you can help me.
Revelio. Over here. This way.
There's a secret passage just here.
It's well disguised. How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Underground.
Revelio.
We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors. Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
I know Ominous. Met him in our common room. I've noticed he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and his wand seems almost...
Is that how he found it?
No, someone in his... I've never heard... Again.
Of course.
Glad you understand. Anyway.
Really?
Like the blast professors.
That's ridiculous.
A proper man.
To be... But... It may take a while to get the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
You're getting it. Ready?
Lumos. Confringo. Triangle button.
Confringo! Stick to the targets, though. Best to keep the Undercroft.
Revelio.
The blasting curse, Confringo, fires an explosive blast. Certain talents can alter its effect on enemies.
You'll get used to it. That's it!
I think I got it.
Well done.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first...
It's almost to...
The blast.
Perhaps.
I'd be glad to.
Just let me know when and all.
Oh, well,
I shall...
Cheers.
I'll tell you the truth.
You must
When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello, Ominous. I was just heading to our common room.
I've recognized that voice. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft?
Sebastian
Actually, Sebastian brought...
You breathe my fun.
I promise not to say anything.
Trust me, Ominous. I won't say a word.
Why should I trust you? You just betrayed Sebastian.
Please. I was trying to defend him. He was clear that this was a secret place, and I was to tell no...
I don't need you.
Ominous, I just meant...
Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Incendio!
Map. Quests. Flight test. Cross button. Level. Inventory.
Come and see me as soon as you can. I've returned from a rather unproductive trip.
Level. Fort Owl Post.
Hoping your time...
Map. Flue Flames locations. Quests. The map chamber. Now that Professor Sharp's assignment. The map chamber. Map. Flue Flames locations. The map. Quests. Challenges. Overall quests. Complete 8 main. Complete map. Flue Flames locations. Quests. Flight main. Relate side. Scroop's last hope. A house elf. Flight test. Scroop. Flight test. Main. Assignment. Main. Flight test. The map chamber. Cross button. Untrack quest. Level. Inventory.
Fruitful than mine.
I would like to teach you Wingardium Leviosa. It can be used to levitate objects for a short time. Once you've completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after class.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. I received a flurry of messages from Professor Black's house elf, Scrope.
Scrope sent you messages?
Yes. I thought it was odd too. He asked me to meet him and then told me to take the toast.
Why would you want to take toast?
To a cave under the lake. That's where I found Richard Jackdaw's ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book. The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And the portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
To think it was beneath us all this time. This looks promising. Map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the Map Chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
I do.
You and your friend Charles spoke of the Portkey, and of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until, perhaps, now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
I believe I have.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
I'll see you there.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks.
Map. Flue Flames locations. Hub U. World map. The Highland. Hubs. Collection. North. The Highlands. Hub. Forbidden Forest. Jackdaw's Tomb. Near the entrance. Jack. DualSense wireless controller disconnected. Please reconnect DualSense wireless control. Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors. Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors. Lumos. You disillusion triangle R2 button.
Potato. So bad. Confringo. Are you even trying? Confringo. Confringo. You will not survive this fight. My mother used to always say, a clear head makes way for the clear
Potato! Marvelous strike!
Incendio!
Confringo!
Lumos. Try.
Not your best defensive maneuver, was it?
Restart from last.
This place has seen better days.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Had all their teaching in Confringo. Incendio! Lord Incendio! Confringo!
Incendio.
The Ministry ought to loosen the reins on the dark art. No better protection, if you ask me.
Revelio.
Intriguing place, Zanbakar's tower. Lovely view, I'd imagine. No idea who this Bakar is.
Over here.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see.
Can't we?
More. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our arrival.
Oh, this day's gone on too long.
Revelio.
Quickly now.
Reaching an enemy undetected allows you to cast Petrificus Totalis. This will permanently
Stay hidden and cast Petrificus Totalis.
Lumos. Utility. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Damage. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Damage. Disarms ones and Lumos. Altering spell. Evanesco. Conjuring spell. Incendio. Confringo. Damage. Defindo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Damage. Expelliarmus. Triangle button. Assign top. R2 button. Depulso. Descendo. Flipendo. Transformation. Levioso. Glacius. Arresto momentum. Accio. Depulso. Descendo. Flipendo. Expelliarmus.
Or, I suppose we could charge right into their midst.
Accio.
Leviosa.
Quiet. There must be something here.
Lumos. Utility. Imperio. Crucio. Unforgivable. Avadu Cadavra. Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio. Damage. Disillusionment. Lumos. Reparo. Bombarda. Damage. Unavailable. Expelliarmus. Defindo. Damage. Confringo. Alohomora. Ancient Magic. Ancient Magic Throw. Basic Cast. Revelio. Protego. Stupefy.
Rock said so. Most goblins in my family work in the mine. There must be something here. Ramrock said so.
Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Accio. Leviosa. Accio.
Let's get it. I won't rest.
Accio.
You don't know. You're the very weak. Number of ways coming back this way.
Accio.
I will make you pay.
Revelio.
Revelio.
Search the...
Directly from Ranrock.
These orders indicate that they're after something to do with names. What names? And why here?
I will draw blood. Stupid to come here.
Visit the collections menu to learn about...
Protego!
Is that the best you can tell?
Accio.
Lumos. Try a R2 button. Hold Confringa R2. Lumos.
Confringo. Accio. Expelliarmus. Accio.
That was unimpressive.
Leviosa.
No, that's embarrassing, isn't it?
Confringo.
An utterly pitiful display.
Accio.
What an unfortunate disappointment.
Many goblins have always been antagonistic towards wizard kind, but this is different somehow. Oh, I'm glad that's over. Let's head inside. Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked. Revelio. An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
Someone was an avid reader. Can't say I'm familiar with many of these titles. Revelio.
Welcome to San Bakar's Tower.
Hello, Professor. Did you say San Bakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter. Though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Commanded to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how for the moment.
Yes, sir.
That said.
I will, sir.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section.
Revelio.
Lumos. Reparo.
Revelio.
Impressive. That must have done something. Best have a look.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Traces of ancient magic. Something must be different. These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time.
Lumos. Confringo. Damn it. Triangle button. Assign top. R2 button. Hold.
Confringo. Accio. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Accio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio. Levioso.
These look familiar.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors. Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
What did that burst of magic do? Perhaps I should examine it from both sides of the archway.
Accio.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
The room changes when I move in and out of the archway. More statues.
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where? Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides.
Accio!
What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different.
Oh. Accio!
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Changes when I move in and out of the archway. So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge. I'll never get used to these floors.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Leviosa! Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus! Protego! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Protego!
Try your germ.
I'll never get used to these floors.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Leviosa! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Protego! Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Leviosa! Expelliarmus! Protego! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Revelio! Accio!
Visit the collections menu to learn about enemy abilities and weaknesses.
Protego! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Accio! Leviosa! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Leviosa! Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Expelliarmus!
Focus potion.
Confringo! Leviosa! Accio!
Focus.
Protego! Accio! Expelliarmus!
Focus potion. Perk 1.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Protego! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Accio! Accio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Try again. Visit the collections menu to learn about enemy abilities and weaknesses.
Expelliarmus! Accio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Leviosa! Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Leviosa! Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Leviosa! Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
What a relief. Another pensive.
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him?
It is not your pain to take. Every year, a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you'd accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening. There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
Another memory. Now to find a way out of here. More crystallized stone. That must be the way back to the map chamber.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir. And this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood.
I've seen you before.
We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts, with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that Pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of Sanbakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
that there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last Pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next Pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ranrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Sirona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out.
My studies.
Before you go...
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them. I should ask Sirona at the Three Brothers.
Come and see me about a pressing and highly confidential matter at your earliest convenience. I believe that we may be able